Hey there, this is Trent from Chess MMA. We're back again with part 4, Functional Fitness for Jiu-Jitsu. Today we're going to be focusing on mobility again, this time specifically focusing on hip mobility. Alright, so as any Jiu-Jitsu player knows, having open hips is very important for a well-balanced Jiu-Jitsu game, especially when you're talking about things like playing guard and whatnot. Think about things like butterfly guard, and even half guard, and then obviously getting into other systems like rubber guard and things like that. Having open hips can just be immensely valuable. It can make your guard really difficult to deal with. And so today we're going to be taking a series of postures that will focus on creating that space in those open hips there. Alright, so to begin, the first posture we're going to take is just a simple butterfly stretch. So for butterfly, you bring the soles of your feet together, splay your knees out wide. From here, root down through both of your sits bones. And then from here, really focus on keeping the length in your spine. You can take your hands, rest them on tops of your ankles or your shins here. And then on your inhale breath, begin to find length through the crown of your head. On your exhale, gently press your chest forward towards the ground, being mindful to keep the length in your spine here. Now, option to create a bit more space here into your inner thighs. You could gently press down with your elbows onto your inner thighs, and that will bring your knees closer towards the mat. So be really gentle there, and hold this for a few rounds of breath, just creating space here into the hips. Alright, so the second stretch here we're going to focus on is just a seated twist with an emphasis on the outer part of the thigh, the glute here. So start by sending one of your legs long, so I'll send my left leg long here. Take your right foot and just cross it over top. So very important here, you can bring your right knee into your center. So this is how you can start the posture. You can just cable grip your hands here, begin to pull your right knee into your chest. Being mindful just to root down through both of your sits bones and keep the length in your spine. And hold here for just a few rounds of breath, and then to add on, deepen that sensation here into your outer glute. And go ahead and take your right hand, place it behind you. Now take your left elbow, bring it outside your right knee, and then just gently twist to the right. Now the intention here, along with the hip stretch, is also to find length in your spine. So as before, inhale breaths to create length. And exhale, you can deepen this twist and just hold here for a few rounds of breaths as before. When you're satisfied with this posture, you can go ahead and switch sides and just take the stretch on the other side as before. Alright, so next we'll move into our deepest hip opening posture of this series, which is a supine figure 4 with option to move into a supine pigeon. So from here, go ahead and come onto your back and set up kind of like a bridge pose, as if you were, setting up a bridge. So plant the soles of your feet just behind your hips. Now keep your left leg, or left foot rather, pressed against the earth. From here, you can take your right ankle crossed over top your left thigh, and then go ahead and flex your toes. So be very mindful here that your tailbone and your sacrum is kind of pressed into the earth here. Now, it's a passive posture, option to stay here. If you'd like to add a bit more sensation, take your hands and interlace them behind your left thigh, and begin to pull your left knee in toward your chest. Now this is supine pigeon here. Be mindful to keep your toes flexed. You can even add a gentle rock side to side. That may help you find a bit more space. And then let's go ahead and hold here for a few rounds of breath. And when you are satisfied, you can just begin to switch sides, set up supine figure 4, or for more, supine pigeon on the left. Alright, so for our last hip opener here of this series, we'll take a pose called a supine bound angle pose. So for supine bound angle, go ahead and bring the soles of your feet together, splay your knees out wide. From here, just come all the way onto your back. And then from here, go ahead and just like gravity, pull your knees towards the earth. This is the posture, so it's a passive posture, so letting gravity do most of the work here. So just go ahead and relax. Focus on your breath. I'm a Vinyasa yoga teacher, so I like to just bring my attention there. You can place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, and just hold here for a few rounds of breath. Feel this gentle opening into your hips. Alright, so that concludes your hip opening series for Functional Fitness for Jiu-Jitsu. I hope you can see the results here in your guard. Hopefully you can do some cool stuff here, and no one will be able to pass your guard when you do return to the mats. So thanks for watching, and this is Trent from Chess MMA. I'll see you next time in the Functional Fitness for Jiu-Jitsu.